What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Deadeye2055 back at it again with another one of these Rocket League videos. And goodness, a quick question before it is that we happen to get started. How is it that you practice? How do you train? How do you get ready to go out into a public lobby and play Rocket League? Do you warm up at all? Have you changed your warm up plan? You know, I mean, have you started doing things different? Finally happened to have gotten a little. I got a tip on some training packs and whatnot that I was able to work on, and were just able to help out with my accuracy and the way that I was doing things, and maybe just better assess my mindset for when it is that I happen to go into a live, a live game. And you typically want to try to do these in the most hardest way possible. You don't want to make them easy for yourself. Like this one here, I actually took way too long to get to the ball. You see, somebody else would have knocked that out of the way, beforehand. You want to get your jump up, touch the ball high in the air so that, before anybody else does. That way you bop it over their head and it goes in their net. And I mean, and it's just a little bit of practice that I've been getting in. But we had some fun today playing in a tournament, man. This guy was incredibly just ball chasey, and he was rude to just about every single opponent that we happened to have had. It was gross. It was really gross. But I mean, still happened to have had a good time in that aspect. The team that we wound up losing to initially in the end, like I absolutely, goodness, I'd finally had enough, and I kind of just started letting them have it in the chat. And even the other team happened to have noticed that there was some difference in skill. But actually, this shot right here, that was the same shot damn near that I had in the beginning of the video, and I couldn't even believe it. But I hit it. It was like the first time. But this was a tournament that I had with another buddy of mine, Oral. Goodness. And we wound up coming in second. It was a gold tournament. It was the first gold tournament I had been in since the platinums. But since that, apparently doing so well, and now when it brought me right back up into platinum, and I was like, you know what the hell? Let's go and do a 2v2 with soccer. I didn't have anybody with me, so I went ahead and randomly done, my little thing, and I'm just kind of finishing warming up or whatnot here. And basically, I like to do a 1v2 against the computer, simply because there's more of them than there are of me, and they can get around a lot better. Even though the AI is kind of stupid, like right here, like you see, like that obviously should have been knocked out, but I mean, it happened to have helped me out. But anyway, finally loading into the tournament. This was my teammate, Spider So Dope, and this guy was incredibly ball chasing. I mean, and I thought everything was going to be fine at first, but as you'll see as things start to play out, they are what they are. So tournament begins, kickoff, teammates on the other side. I think that things are going to go along normal, normal rotations. It's fine, right? And then this one here, I go up the wall. Alright, now I expected him to go because I missed, and I tried to tell him, and he hesitated, and we wound up getting scored on. Now, initially, that wasn't really on him. It was because I happened to have missed the ball over the wall. But, goodness, manages to put one in. You know what I mean? So it doesn't look too bad. Like I'm not like incredibly worried about it. Okay, so I'm underneath the ball. Yeah, I had to regain my stuff. I get up in the air. Why is my teammate right behind me? Like, he's not ready for the pass. He's not set up for any of that, and almost wound up getting scored on. But everything is fine because we didn't get scored on in that particular instance, so I just say whatever, right? Ball gets set up in the middle here. It should be him, and I see my teammate way downfield, right? So I pick up boost, and I'm like, okay, this is all me. I miss. Where's my teammate? I stop the ball. Teammates back there, and I have to tell him to take the shot, and it was too late at that point, even though that I was sitting there fighting with that guy just to get him off of the ball. He had been really hesitant all game and was just really making things difficult for me to understand what his thought process was and just how to play better to acclimate what it is that he wanted to do. But he started what a saving, and I was confused. It was like, what's your deal? Like, nothing really spectacular has happened, and he manages to catch this last goal right here just before the game happens to end. And actually, that ended us off for that particular one. Excuse me, that ended us off for that particular game, and we were on to the next one. But same instance here. I go up for the ball, and my teammate was right behind me, so nobody was ready for the pass. I mean, it's genuinely frustrating. Okay, so I'm the only one around the ball at this particular instance. So I go up, and he went up right before I did. So he wasn't ready to make a reaction upon the ball. So now I'm starting to play a little bit more hesitant. I don't know what else it is that I'm trying to do. I tell him that I'm passing, and he comes to take the ball right over my head, and then it gets put in our net. And it's honestly, if he didn't happen to, if he didn't happen to try to take the ball from me, we might have been able to get a goal out of that. But I mean, honestly, he's really frustrating. Like, he's not paying attention at all. He's not going when it is that he should go. Like, right there was a chasey ball touch. Like, I had the angle, I had the shot, I had the, the velocity, and he wouldn't let me put it in. But I managed to get this nice little goal here and put us in the lead, and we managed to win that particular round as well. So on to the next one. And things starting to get, a little difficult at this point, but it is what it is. I'm not really worried about it. I'm just kind of, doing my thing. But, he hits the ball, goes off, goes for boost. Okay. And normal game here, so I'm trying to play back. I'm giving him his space. I'm telling him to go so that way he can. And I seize my opportunity. The other guys were double teaming, and they got a little frustrated. And I immediately get hit with Smurf, and I'm confused as to why. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm just being patient, Managed to hit this one too. Goodness, and it's just right place, right time. I mean, I was surprised that my teammate didn't happen to just touch the ball just because. Honestly, I thought he was going to. It was a better judgment on his part, but it's more so the temperament that he happens to have as far as being as pesky as he is and not really being helpful in all circumstances that he can, and then having the audacity to instead, what a save. And I mean, it's some 5-year-old stuff in my opinion. But, allowing him to fight with those two, and I get that last goal. And, goodness, with 1 minute and 42 seconds left, they just quit. And, I mean, I get called a Smurf again. They say ban, toxic. I mean, it's all kinds of extra. And I'm definitely confused at this point. But, I mean, it is what it is. They want to quit, they can quit. So I'm just on to the next match. Whatever, right? Nothing to worry about. I mean, I'm genuinely expecting the loss real soon, and this was honestly the most harshest I think I've ever had to get in anybody like that. Having to tell them to get better. It was a little weird. I have a buddy that happens to say that a lot, and it's just I don't happen to get it. It's like, why is it that I even have to go that particular route? But I do happen to believe that this is in fact the last team that we face off against, and this is I believe fighting for 4th place. So this is top 4. Goodness, so that means teams are getting pretty decent and things are going to get a little serious here. Making sure that I don't happen to ball touch, but going for a fake, still being confusing. There's a couple little situations here. If he would have rotated back and not been so ball chasey, but he still manages to get the save there, but it gets finished by his teammate. So already we're starting to have some issues here. Goodness, his touches aren't exactly the greatest. I can see that his accuracy is off, so he probably shouldn't have committed to that. He could have rotated off. Goodness, I mean, it was a multitude of things that went on with this first game. I mean, and you see he's following me here, so I just let him take it, which he misses by a mile. Goodness, and then I'm out of position. I mean, I just barely get this little pinch here trying to block, but then now I'm in the wrong spot. I tell him to go. It's unfortunate. I get bumped and then the ball gets pinched via my teammate and our opponent right into the net, and it's unfortunate, but that did in fact end off the first game and we did lose. Now the second game, I tried to be a bit smarter. I'm playing back. I'm letting him do what it is that he's going to do. I'm watching the net. As you can see, like, I did notice that was going to go in. He damn near passes it right in front of the net again. I don't know what it is that my teammate was doing, but I mean, I'm certain it's like this a lot, in Platte territory. It's just, goodness, we're not exactly the most aware players yet, if that makes any sense. I'm up, so I have him go so I can grab boost and rotate back in the process. And this little setup, he tries to go for it again. And that was like some ball chasey stuff, as well. It was frustrating. I tried to play slow. I'm not really great at that yet. I get the ball snatched from me. He gets a messed up challenge and pinches it even further back, and somehow I missed. I don't know. I mean, I missed. My teammate happened to have sent it backward. It was a multitude of just messed up things. It was unfortunate, but I mean, we're only a minute in. It's 1-1 right now, second game. So goodness, hopefully things will work out. I don't know why it is that he did that. I was coming to set it up over the net, off a wall roll, and it just didn't turn out like I wanted. I did appreciate that clear. Goodness, felt a little saucy. I was getting up on the wall quickly, managing to save the ball here from going in the net. Goodness, wondering what it is that my teammate's doing. He needs to go and needs to apply some pressure. Manages to score this goal here. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, it was a strike of luck. I haven't seen a whole lot that was I mean, if he had noticed my ball touch, like, he would have paused. he would have turned around. But you know what I mean. It is what it is. Bobbing in the other direction. Now I'm screwing up because I'm becoming tilted. I'm feeling like this is already it and it's over. I just wanted to get that out of there. I apologize. You know, I said sorry in the chat. Like, I realized that I made a mistake, and that just gets perfectly set up. But they miss an open net. Thank God. But you know, let's go ahead and keep it going. It is 2-1 off back wall. Reading. Just to get that out of there so that they cannot get the shot on our net. I'm trying to get it out. I'm panicking a little bit. I can't even believe that we're even coming close to making this happen, but it's a thing. And ball touches the floor, and that was game 2. So now we each have 1. And now things get a little interesting this time, because my teammate's now going to spaz. There's going to be some key moments that I'm going to show that are quite imperative. But as you can see, I'm trying to play fast. I missed the boost. That was on me. So I wait for them to do whatever they're going to do. And then here comes my teammate to come try to steal the ball with an inaccurate touch. Pretty much passing it right in front of our net. And I mean, and he's still what a saving and so on. I mean, it's nothing intelligent, to be quite honest. He should have hung back, actually. I was still underneath the ball. I had possession. I was grabbing boost. It was going to get taken from me. You should have hung back and waited for the challenge in that particular regard. But I mean, this was honestly, it was a headache and a half. I missed my aerial. Gotta love that plat accuracy. I'm not the most consistent, ladies and gentlemen. Waiting inside the net for that was, you know, I knew what was coming, so allowing my teammate to take that. It was obviously set up for him. I'm going to grab some boost and try to jet up here. I am too far back. Now the ball's headed back against us. Can I intercept? A little. We'll let him hit it again. I mean, that is in fact what it is that he's going to do. And I happen to have missed the ball trying to speed up to it straight away, and I missed my opportunity for a shot. It absolutely is what it is, man. This is Rocket League. But, you know, I make that shot, and this little guy, he gets eager, he gets overly excited. He's what a saving. That silence that you're hearing right now from the game is actually me typing on the keyboard, and I don't hold any bars, you know. And I tell him, I said, no toxic, you suck too. Like there's no admission or no deviation away from, like, you know, me saying that I know I'm not good. And sure enough, he gets one bowled right into his face. So, I mean, I go ahead and I pull up the keypad and see, because he's not good too. It was a real simple shot, and he should have been able to save it, and he didn't. But, I mean, I'm definitely feeling it. Like, this is the last one. I'm going to do whatever it is that I can to put on a bit of a show here. But it is what it is. Teammate going ahead and taking it downfield to their side. Looking good. He throws it away. I've got an angle, but I managed to miss it. My teammate is right behind me again for some reason. I don't know why it is that he pushed up. And he's saying no problem to me, as if I was the one who had messed up when I went actually at my time of rotation. When in fact, if he hadn't have chased me for that aerial when he was rotating back, then it would have been all good. But, you know, I mean, that's mindset of a plat player, right? Go figure. And I missed my aerial again in our net. It is what it is. I'm starting to get tilted. You know, like I'm overly frustrated. I can't even believe that this guy had inferred that the previous goal, you know, goal number 2 was in fact my fault, when in fact he was the one who had double commit. Obviously not knowing too much about rotations. I'm seeing the ball, getting my read. I get my touch, which he should be ready for. Pass, a little hard. No worries, right? He gets bumped in the air. Goodness. This game was definitely not fun. He was in position for that one as he was supposed to be. All right, awesome. That's great. Like, now he doesn't rotate back, and he keeps trying to get a hit on the ball, and he's just out of position now. Guy bumps me. I miss my touch. What's my teammate gonna do? He pops it over his head. Okay. Goodness. Bounce back center. And you see how he doesn't rotate back to get boost? I get like the slowest pinch in the world. He misses his shot. So I'm like, okay, if he's gonna fuck around with the ball, this game's over. I'm gonna grab boost. These guys coming in. He's coming in. I bang it back over. Can I make the shot? Yes, I do. And that's actually, I believe, that's from one of the. It's one of the other shots from the training pack in the beginning. But I don't remember if I actually record that or not. But you know, and he's what a saving. You know, so I immediately had to throw that one in there. I said, bro, you suck. Like, stop. Like, you're being toxic. You're the reason why it is that we're losing. Like, you're not good at the game. See, and if honestly, if I had taken that more center, I might have been able to get an appropriate hit on that one. Now, I had no boost, but you know, they didn't happen to know that and put him into a bit of a panic. I knew that my teammate wasn't going to be ready for it. I had to get that out of there. Now I follow the ball up. He should be getting ready for another touch of some sort, right? And I mean, he was way too far up on the play. This is ball chasey stuff. Like, this is a guy who probably has just barely gotten out of gold. I missed the aerial again, and it just falls in our net. And that's just so much being out of position and leaving me to panic. 50'd in the wrong direction. Right into our net. It is what it is, though. No worries. Like I said, I've already put it behind me. We're losing this one. It's 37 seconds left. Pretty sure I get one more nice looking goal in here with a I don't know what to call it. It's like a reverse spin and what the ball's coming. But goodness, I'm kind of flexing on everybody right here, and he comes flying over my shoulder and hits me. And this is where it's like I didn't know what else to say. Like, you know, he was just gonna screw it up, and I have to tell him again. Like, they see as a bruh facepalm. They're asking if he got carried because they're seeing the difference in skill level between myself and my teammate. And he's not really paying attention at all to the words that I happen to be saying. He's just doing whatever it is that he wants to do. He's probably like, you know, 5 years old or something. You know, I mean, you know, obviously that's over exaggeration. That was a mistake on my part. I should have banged that one in. That was my opportunity to tie it. But honestly, I was so done with this. I was ready for it to be over anyway. I almost wanted to bang it into our net, but instead I figured, nah, just to keep it out. And that was the game. But hope you happen to have enjoyed the video and this little breakdown. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good day. Peace.